How we doing? Swippy dippy? Okay.
I haven't heard anyone anywhere yet. Do we hear anything? We don't hear anything. I'm live. Great. Thank you. So what was that? Testing? Still testing? I'm live. They can hear us. Great. British fantastic match here. I actually don't think I'd like to pick a winner. Chisholm's record in doubles is just amazing, and Bryn is just, with the two hands on the backhand, can produce power from nowhere. But you've got the established pair of Howell and Fahey, and Rob Fahey at 54 is just an amazing person to produce the shots he can produce from nowhere. He had a fantastic win yesterday in straight sets over the defending champion to take him out, and I've heard on the rumours that Mr. is retiring from singles after this event. I'll be pleased to make the final and would hope to go out with the title, but we'll see what happens to tomorrow's final, so I'm sure you'll all tune in for that. So who pick here? Jack, who's your money on? Oh, Jack's not got his mic going at the moment, so unfortunately you're stuck with me. It's quite got a bit cold the last couple of days compared to normal, but we've had an unbelievable November in the UK. We've had a lot of rain the last couple of weeks, and as they've had down in Australia as well. But we're in the side gallery. It got quite cold yesterday. People were putting coats on. Bye everyone.
Okay guys, how are we doing? 3 more.
Over the back, down the back there. Isn't it?
Okay, we're just going to have a quick drug stop.
Now? Testing 1, 2, 3. Correct. Okay, so we're live. Who's got marking for us today? Ben Ronaldson is doing the marking for us, which is great. The head professional of the club here. I think he's been here for 7 or 8 years now, so it seems like he only came here yesterday, but he's doing a great job here, stimulating the game, to play into the sport. Queens is one of the unique venues, as you're probably all aware, with 2 courts, which there are only, I suppose there's 4 venues now. You've got Melbourne that have got 2. You've got Preston have got 2. You've got New York Racket Club that's got 2. Actually, you've got Cambridge as well. So that's 5 venues that have got 2 courts. And Paris has got 2, but unfortunately we haven't been able to get the second one back to use for tennis. It's still got the squash courts in it.
This is the semi-final.
Anyway,
of the
here we go,
T&RA
gentlemen.
British Open 2022. To serve, we have the number 2 seeds Rob Fahey and Nick Howell.
Looks like Mr. Fahey is going to serve the way he's holding the balls.
Tim Chisholm and Bryn says.
Well, it's going to be serving to Tim
This is the best
by
of
looks
5
of things.
6-game sets. Rob to serve.
Yep,
Tim
here
to
we go,
receive.
gentlemen.
First set.
Enjoy.
Lovell.
And ladies. Good volley by the ex-world champion.
15 love.
Greatest player of all time. He doesn't miss many of them. So you'll see there that
Chase,
Ben
the second
Bryn
gallery,
came right
15
up,
love.
and you know the secret in doubles is to try to be serving, and he could have left that for a hazard, but these days they send to hit him more, but he did pop it into the gallery. So they're guaranteed they're going to get the serve through in this game, which is always the aim in doubles, to get a chase in the bank so that you're at least going to get a serve during this game rather than get stuck the hazard in and have the games disappearing past you very quickly. Great shot by Chisholm into the dead on.
15 all.
It's been a somewhat aggressive start from both teams.
Well,
Lucky there.
30-50.
So we're seeing more and more of these high serves coming into the game, especially in Paris, where that would be a pass, which got very boring, and you know, it's under debate whether the pass should still be held in Paris. But if the French want to hold on to that rule, which I can understand, it does make for pretty boring tennis when someone as good as this lot can do pass after pass. Good get by Nick. Bit of wood on that one. Yeah, he got that on a little bit of wood. So they go to 40-15 with the second gallery. The boys are so good at picking balls up these days. It's just very rarely, unless you get a nick or something, that you can hit a winner. They're just great scrapers of the ball back.
And there's a profile on screen now. You can see Tim Chisholm, world doubles ranking is 12, head professional at Tuxedo. With a change of partnership for this
40-15,
tournament.
chase the second gallery.
Okay, so the boys at this end will try to force them across to the forehand corner so they can pop it into a gallery. Good service. Great serve.
30-40.
30-40. Another very good serve, tight, making Rob have to boast the return. Yes, Hill.
Juice.
I think Rob will probably try to set a chase pretty quickly here. I don't think he'll want to stay at the hazard end. Good force again by Bryn. On his backhand, he's just got that power with those two hands. Yeah, great dead on
Juice.
by Rob. It's one of his favourite shots, that Maymore dead on. Good serve again, pinning him down.
Advantage.
Just framed it. There's so much spin on that ball. It just, when you put your rack on, it just comes off. It's so hard to control when Rob puts so much spin and pace on it. And that's a
And
mistake.
game, first game.
That's game.
One love.
1 love to the number 2 seeds. Bryn to serve.
Two. 15 love.
And a nice heavy cut by Nick on the return. Yep, pops it in the
Second
gallery.
15
So
love.
they're guaranteed they're now going to get the serve at some point during this game.
And chase worse than 2.
2 chases. So there's the good old theory in tennis. You get 1 chase of the second gallery, and then if you've got 1 on the floor, so now you're going to get the serve. So if you lose 1 chase and win the other.
15 love servers. First chase is the second gallery.
So if you win 1 chase of the worse than 2 and you lose the second gallery, you're all square with the score, but you've got the serve. So that's the goal.
Smart tactic. I can see what it's done.
Uncharacteristic mistake by the
15 all, chase
One
worse
over
than 2.
worse than 2. You bet your big is going to be pretty hard hit for the dinner. No, he's gone for the cut. Yeah, great shot.
30-15. Chase worse than the second
bando.
gallery, 30-15.
Good judgment by Nick to leave that one. Yeah, good main wall force.
30 all.
Aims it up 30 all with 1 chase in the bag, so big point here. Right, really tight on the main wall. That was a very
40-30,
hard
chase
volley for
worse
Chisholm.
than the second gallery.
There wasn't a lot of room between the ball and the wall, was there? So
Not
you're
at
going to have
all.
to catch it on the end of the frame.
There's a profile up on screen that you can see now. It's Bryn Sayers, whose doubles world ranking is 7. He is the he's a professional here at Queen's actually.
40-30 receivers
serve
lead,
now.
worse than the second gallery.
Got the feeling Nick might hit this one quite hard. He's got enough floor that he can sort of go for a nick and unlucky.
Juice.
Very hardest shot in the book, that high backhand volley. It's a very hard shot. Even the Fahey looked at, didn't get it over.
Advantage. Out of court. Juice. Advantage. Time.
Christmas present early.
And game, 1 game all.
Fantastic curve.
15 left.
So pace. Cutting wood, very hard to bowl.
Thirty love. Forty love. Game. 2 games to 1. Out of courts. 15 love. All. $30-15. $30 all. Notice. $40-30. Well. I'm going to call a stroke there. It was very close and definitely couldn't see. Juice. Advantage. Chase the last gallery, advantage.
What a wow.
Chase the last gallery, advantage receivers. Last gallery. lost the chase. Deuce.
And yeah.
Advantage.
This could be quite a big game in this match because it's 2-all versus 3-1. Big difference. That's out of court. Good
Deuce.
force by Bryn.
Chase better than the second gallery. Deuce.
Again, Chisholm steps inside, get on his forehand. Oh, but he went
Advantage.
for the,
Chase better than the second
went for the
gallery.
almighty winner rather than controlling it. He was up at about hazard the second there, and the ball just doesn't get the time to climb. You see so many people in that situation try to hit so hard, but because you're up at hazard the second, the ball's just not going to climb.
Sorry to interrupt you. There's a profile on screen now. Rob Fahey, world doubles ranking at number 2, handicap of plus
Advantage
8.6.
receivers. Chase better than the
I
second
wonder what the
gallery.
lowest he was at his prime. I think he was 17 or something. I think he got down.
Your guess is as good as mine there. Definitely up there.
Another force
Deuce.
goes to the net. Chisholm and Sayers need to get this game to keep it 2-all rather than let the other boys start to run away with it. That's where Chisholm's so good, he just comes in and intercepts there. But again, great control.
Advantage.
It's his first winning gallery. Oh,
Hazard
missed
the
it.
second
Hazard the
gallery.
second.
Advantage.
Oh, that was close. It's been a long game already. 12 points already. 13
There's a
points.
profile here on screen now. Nick Howell. As you can see, he is world number
Advantage
6 on the doubles
receivers.
rankings.
Hazard Chase the second
An
gallery.
established
Hazard.
partner of Rob's now.
Has a chase so you can. Bet you Sweet Bippy they're going to hit this quite hard.
Hazard second.
And the boys will try to keep them going. It's not a great serve. Good defence. Yes. Got it.
Deuce.
Oh yes, pops into the dead on. Nice clean.
Advantage.
Yes, would have been high.
Deuce.
Another juice. God, it's done a very long game.
Could be. I'm hearing 6 juices from Ben there at the back.
Chase the door. Deuce.
Could be very telling of how this game's going to go in terms of the rest of the sets of the afternoon.
Advantage,
Forced
chase
error
the
there. Nick
door.
got cornered, couldn't get a swing at the ball. So the Sayers Chisholm have another advantage with the door gallery. No, I think this could be, it's not the end of, the set or anything, but it's, if you get 3-1 up versus 2-all after such, you often find with this game, if rather than Howell win this game, you often find they win the next game pretty quickly. But
Well, psychologically, you're just able to settle in and play your
Advantage
shots.
service,
I think
chase
there's
the
just
door.
that added element of pressure if you go 3-1 down there. It's a very psychological game, tennis.
Oh.
it's to win the game. That could be key.
And
That's
that's game 2
2-all.
games all. First set. The last gallery. No strokes. Oh.
Again, lots of these high serves to stop the, to in theory restrict the forcing by the receiver. That's a nice shot under the ball there. Bryn.
15 love.
Another high serve here. Trying to stop Rob from forcing. But they never.
Oh.
Great interception by T&RA. Again, didn't try to hit it too
30.
hard. Beautiful racket control. Didn't hit it hard.
30 love.
Let the racket do the work.
One fault.
It's too high. You actually get quite a good view from up at the stop gallery to what serves and faults or not. So at this court, you're not allowed to go above the rafters. Yes. A little bit lucky, but he'll take it.
40 love. Chase the last galley.
And that's their third grill. What team Chisholm Sayers? And Fahey and Howell yet to get a grill. Tim's always been one of the great volleys in the game. And I'm sure throughout the world you've all seen great volleys. And good volleys take very little swings and just sort of block the ball. Bad volleys have enormous big swings like a hinge on one door. But Chisholm's always just been so
40 love.
crisp
Chase
with
the
his
last
balls.
galley.
Gives a real pounding.
15-40.
A very matter-of-fact shot.
Gets his first grill on the board. That one
Oh.
went above the height from what we can see. Again, great judgment by Rob hitting the ball. Oh, he's missing it again, but he won the point anyway.
30-40.
Again, the skill of just leaving the ones that they know are on the rafter rather than putting a racket on it. Court awareness. lucky one.
Chase a yard better than the second gallery, 30-40.
Right, over the second. She's a bit lucky that went over the net.
If you're joining us from YouTube, let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you.
Don't think we'll have many from Melbourne at the moment. What's time about there? About 3 o'clock in the morning, I think.
I think you'd know much better than I would, I
Yeah, I
have to
think
say.
they're 11 ahead. So, what time are we here? About 5 o'clock here, 4:30.
Yeah, I make
30-40.
it
Chase a yard
4:45.
So
better
they
than
might-
the second gallery.
Keen people
Service
might be
lead.
up, but
Yard better than
most
the
people in
second.
bed at 3:40 a.m.
Understandably so.
So another game point for Chisholm, just again trying that serve, but just going too high and flipping the rafters. Yeah, deceptive straight force there by Rob, which caught Chisholm out. Back to Juice. Nothing in this match. It's getting nice and tight.
Advantage.
Had a great lane all dead on by Rob Fahey. It's amazing, you get so much pace and curl on it. And again, 2 in a row. Wow. That's what the man's
game,
renowned for.
3 games
2
to
downers in a
2.
row to take the game to go 3-2 up. Overforcing and just
15
keeping
love.
court and going out of court. Just too much power. Again, not control, too much power. It's very easy sitting here watching, doing it. Oh,
Call that, please.
characteristic
15
mistake
all.
by Mr. Chisholm there.
$30-15.
Another lucky neck court.
Worse than second
Second
gallery, 30-15.
Right. Servers need this point. Yeah, good
30
forcing
all.
by the boys. Okay, 30 all.
40-30.
By Nick and a mistake.
One chase.
You saw there how Rob stepped inside and got into his forehand side. And you actually ever watch him, he rolled his wrist over that so much so that the ball doesn't go float high.
It's great to see the YouTube comments coming in. T&RA, Florida at the moment in med school.
40-30. Servers
Great
lead,
to hear
chase
from you, Tim.
worse than
Hope you're enjoying the
second
game.
gallery.
Looks like he's going to put a railroad in here. Yep. So the pace of this rally will be half the normal. Oh yeah, well played. Good trying to defend the galleries well there for the first one,
Jeez.
but didn't in the second. Get that serve. See, pump it in that second gallery.
Chase the second gallery,
And
juice.
now they're going to get the serve back.
A great little behind the back from Rob there. Always a fan of seeing that.
And has it
Unlucky
the
has
second,
the
two
second.
chases.
It's the good.
And great to hear from you as well. Hey guys, watching from Paris, heading to Bordeaux. Hope you're enjoying the game. And safe journey.
You saw there how Rob covered the dead on
Juice, the
and
first
left
chase is the
Nick to
second
cover
gallop.
the lower shot so that Nick could pick it up on his forehand side. Two chasers. Lucky.
Advantage, hazard chase the second gallery. Hazard chase. Off up.
Yes, and that could be tricky in this particular set.
And game, 4 games to
4-2 up.
2.
Was big.
2-game cushion is just crucial for getting ahead and staying ahead.
Chase better than
Wonderful
3.
volley by Rob with the curls along the gallery wall.
Level.
Hides in the corner. Pretty corner chase. Better than 3.
That's great.
Back on volley there, Paul. In there. Set that up to put it
15
away.
love.
Pump it in
Second
that
gallery, better than 3, and the second
Again, we've
gallery,
got 2 chases,
15 love.
one
See
better
the
than
slip.
3 in second gallery, so the theory is you'll win the first with the better than 3 and you'll lose the second gallery, except you got the serve. So points will be the same. So
Got some career highlights here on screen for Nick Howell.
Love receivers, chase better than 3.
Looking to add a 3rd British Open Championship to his accolades there.
let's go. I'll serve again. Trying to stop him forcing with the chase being
Fault.
better than 3. Just don't give him anything to momentum to him.
15 all, chase the second gallery. Oh.
Check on me. Cut that off.
30-15.
Feel Chisholm says need to pull something here. They're starting to they're slipping away. There's that main walk to hand. Great shot by Nick. Gives them a point to go to 5-2.
40-15. Chase the door.
Lovely volley by
40-15.
Chisholm into the door gallery. Got to get that serve.
We've got a comment coming in on YouTube. Watching from Omaha, Nebraska. Great commentary. Thanks very much for your feedback from both of us.
$40-15, chase the door.
They have galleries. People don't do enough, which is just
30-40.
a great shot. Crucial point. This is big.
chase worse than 2. 30-40.
So Tim didn't quite centre that volley there. It's given the boys 40-30 up worse than 2, so you've got to think they're going to go to a 5-2 lead here.
And Colin, what do you think is the
30-40 servers
big
lead,
difference
chase
in,
worse than 2.
because at 2-0 it was so level. What do you think has made the difference so far?
I think that Rob and Nick have just got that little bit more power and control of the ball. Just forcing the errors from the opposition.
Lost the chase.
Rob
Game.
calls him to leave it, and it's
5
game.
games to
5-2. Yep. Yep, powerful shot. Good enough to come back. Yep, that double-hander tried to bring up that camber.
15 love.
It's probably one of the best double-hander backhands there are. Bryn.
Oh. It's 15 all.
Pace and not enough control.
Didn't quite work out there.
15.
Yes. Great volley from that. Sweeps it past the camera there. Gives him a set point.
40-15.
It's 2 well, we're 2 all, and we were thinking
And
it's
game
going to
in
be
the first
tight.
set,
The boys
6
have just
games
run
to
away
2.
from the last 4 games.
Yeah.
Interesting to see if the opposition
Gentlemen,
change over
can we get
seeders
the
here.
balls,
They're having
please?
a
Thank
deep
you.
discussion who's
6-2,
going to take
first set.
who. Trouble with modern tennis these days is that you don't have the marker at the net to pick the balls up. So you got to do it yourself.
We've got some
Old
stats
days.
on screen here. So, very interesting display here. I mean, clearly, what you can see is that Rob and Nick are winning much more of the points from when they're serving. And actually, they are generally getting chases much closer into the dead end there. No surprise seeing that Rob and Nick have 5 dead ends to Tim and
second
Bryn's
set level.
2.
Who's serving, please? Rob to serve.
Okay, Rob to
And Bryn
serve
to
here.
receive. Second set level.
Swapped over receivers, which is a tactic. It's a set. It's changing. A losing game. Change winning.
$15 left. Thank you. 30. Phil. $15-30.
So not 100% power, but 90, 85, 90%. Get the accuracy up. Sierra.
Just trying to find that balance between the pace and the control that you spoke about earlier.
Double-handed backhand up, hander there. Great control again. Didn't hit it hard.
30.
Just need to control the ball. So didn't slash it. Great volley. Thought it was going to
40,
miss.
30.
Five shots by Bryn on that backhand.
Deuce.
Very solid.
Oh. Advantage.
To get the first game in the bank. Start.
And that's the first game, second set, 1-love.
To see how Bryn can retain Rob serving. Floating one into the net on.
15-love.
Sarah there.
15-all.
Shame. Half volley by
Plus 5, 15-all.
So Nick sets out to chase 5. They're chasing the bank, so they're going to get the serve.
$30-15.
I think the receiving team just finding that mixture of pace and control that you were talking
Correct,
about
you've
earlier.
got to vary it. Players don't do it as much. They hit too hard all the time. They don't put in that softer one. Gives them set another.
And worse than the door. Worse than 5 and worse than the
shot
door. 30-15 service.
Two very powerful volley returns by Chisholm there. Very flat. A lot of pace. So swapping over service receivers like they've done sometimes can make the difference between match or not. Breaks it up. Often see matches thrown where people want to swap over, so they actually
30-15
go to the hazard
service.
end
The
to lose
first
the set
chase
to make sure they've got
is worse
the
than
option
5.
to change.
It certainly looked promising so far.
Pardon?
I said it certainly looked promising so
Yep.
far.
Great force, doesn't matter. Yeah, dead volley.
40-15, chase worse than the door.
Just took the pace off it. Just dribbled it over.
And worse than the door hit.
$30-40.
Okay, servers need this point. It'd be good to get the 2-love up. Got another game point.
Deuce.
Great force by Rob again. Let the ball drop very low there. Really gave it. Hefty hit.
Advantage.
Good straight force by Nick.
Chase better than the door. Advantage.
It's amazing how you watch the two of them forcing, like when Nick's forcing, he's a lot of arm, whereas Rob, over the recent years actually, I think more than before, just you see his whole body behind every force. He uses every bit of his body weight to help him get it over, and it's just amazing. He didn't used to do that going back, a decade ago. It's something he's developed more in recent years. As he's probably got older, he's found that's the best way. He often doesn't have any contact with the ground when he actually hits those forces these days. And another grill to boys.
Game. 1 game all.
Yeah, Chisholm and Sayers missed that there. They could have got that game 40-15 up. Could have been 1-1.
Up.
Sorry, 2-love up. Now they're looking at 1-1. Nothing in it. Close match again.
Love. Second gallery.
Second
15
gallery.
love.
Good shot by Tim. Crisp. Don't have to hit it hard, just get the angle. Lots of control.
Chase,
Good
better
cut
than 2.
volley
Second
by
gallery
Bryn.
better than 2. 15 love.
Goes back to your
Better than
theory
two.
again earlier with the second gallery and then the other chase.
I don't think Nick was expecting that to come down as much as that. But again, Bryn didn't hit it very hard. He just hit a controlled shot. Just with that up. This court seems to be this year a little bit more savage in that forehand corner.
And we have another comment in from Gordon Woodman. Super tennis and Rob is amazing at 54. I can't agree more with that. Thanks for the great commentary, chaps. Gordon, thank you very much, Gordon. Great to hear from you. Keep those responses coming in, everyone. Love to hear from you.
So here we go, Bryn to Rob to see if he can contain him as much as Chisholm did when he was serving. Well, he hasn't on the first one. Chase off.
Chase up.
Don't see
15
that very
love,
often in
chase better
tennis.
than
It
2.
usually happens when you're explaining the rules to someone and you get a chase off, which throws them completely off what you're talking about.
Won the chase for 1 and 2.
Won the chase. Great shot by Rob. Heavy cut. Wow.
30 love.
One chase off. Won the second one, a better than 2. Volley serve. Yep. See how Nick turned, get it in his forehand, just drilled it into there.
It's a great pace with 5 deadens to 6 now, as you see on screen.
And
Yep,
game
again,
2
another
games to
hard
1.
force by Rob.
Second set.
Chisholm halfway up the court, not the time to react. And they go to 2-1 up.
Out of court.
Yeah, good
15
defence.
love.
Tried to stop it going in the gallery, but unfortunately went out of court. Stopped
A
the
great
chase.
example of where both players are playing the shot at the receiving end there, just to make sure on those tight balls.
30.
Slips. This set's starting to slip away from the boys serving. They need to get this game. You can see Rob and Nick racing away.
40
Another
love.
40 love up. Well, it's starting to turn the screws on the boys
Ball
here.
up, please, Tim. Thank you.
Nick has been forcing extremely well off Chisholm's
Okay.
serve, so maybe the
3
swapping
games
over
to
hasn't
1.
worked for the boys. That was a quick game. 4 points in a row. But they're on. See, it's just Rob's
15
just
love.
so good at that return of serve and into that dead on. It's his trademark shot these days. Gets so much
30.
curl and cut on that volley. Just reacts off your racket when you try to get onto it. It just spins off your racket. Lose control. You can see how he's throwing all his weight into it. Yep, there's that 1-2
Last
down
gallery,
the
30 love.
step inside, get it on your forehand, bang into the gallery. Not control, didn't hit it too hard, but great control to get in the gallery. Yes, great shot by Bryn.
15-30.
It's their first winning gallery in this set. Oh, what a great volley by Chisholm there. Oh, they were unlucky. They did well there.
40-15 chase the
40-15 last
game.
game. It's looking a bit dire, isn't it? 3-1 down, 40-15 down.
And Nigel Mercer writing in here. 2 fantastic semis. Good commentary as well, gentlemen. Thank you very much, Nigel. Are there any tickets still available for the singles and doubles finals? I'm not entirely sure, I'm afraid, but on the tennis and rackets final, or Ben is informing yes for the singles. Check out the tennis and rackets website. All the information you need is on there. Thanks for writing in, Nigel.
40-15 servers chase the last gallery.
Bit short.
Oh,
No good. He didn't want that to hit the penthouse and open up the galleries too much, which is why he's left it to serve thin rather than deep. Chase
chase
off.
up. 40-15 servers.
Let's see there. Strong volley by Bryn. Great
Chase the
get
second
back by
gallery,
Nick.
40-15.
Tim pumps it into the second gallery, get the serve back again. This is the first time Chisholm and Bryn have played together, I think. Normally Chisholm plays with the world champion Cam.
I'm being told the 2011 Open they did
40-15
before
receivers
once,
11, my
chase the
God.
second
Hell, I
gap.
was around then.
and
so-
undefeated in that Open. But,
All right.
that's not from me. I'm going to give Ben full credit for that remark.
Okay, servers need this point.
Some top
Put it on
knowledge
the
there.
bell. Oh, great. Well left by Chisholm. Didn't try to get it. Partner picks it up and
30-40.
just slides into the hazards. They're still in it. Another big point they're trying to save here. What a backhand off the back hammer like that.
Four
Just
games to
amazing
one.
power. That could be... That makes it a lot tougher. 4-1 down. Big difference between 4-1 and 3-2. And that's just
It's a lovely put away.
and that's what the younger players don't do. They
15
see
up.
how Chisholm was worked out where they were, and he just played a nice controlled shot. He didn't try to hit the hell out of it. But the young boys today, they would try to hit that as hard as they can. Great judgment by Rob again. A good get. Great get by Nick there to scrape that one up. Sort of a semi-lob for the dead on.
15 all.
Did very well there, yeah. Did.
Nick is
3 yards, 15
Tim's
all.
not penning Nick down with his serve like he did Rob, so Nick has got the upper hand here on the returning. Here he goes and puts one in the commentator's curse, that was. Straight in the net. Be there, just great control. Just not hitting it 100%, but you know, right up there with pace. Giving Bryn not the time to get settled.
Hazard
Oh,
the second
unlucky,
gallery.
Hazard second.
All chase 3 and Hazard the second gallery.
2 chases.
And here we are on screen. I think we were being asked as to who we were. This is Colin Lumley joining me in the box, and I'm Jack Carter. Great to see you. Oh,
There we are. Where's the camera? I don't know where it is.
just there.
Just here. G'day all. Thanks for joining us. Very privileged to
First
come in
chase
here
is
and give a
3
bit of commentary,
yards,
and I hope
chase
you're
3.
enjoying it. We've got a fantastic standard match. But you'd have to be banking on the number 2 seeds coming through at this stage.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a fantastic shot into Hazard gallery. Let's just turn the ball over.
40-30. Hazard chase the second gallery. Hazard.
Great shot.
63 to 41 points won. They are definitely pulling ahead, and the set scores showing it.
Yeah, see how he turned inside, got in his forehand, but again, the knowledge to not try to hit too hard. It just controlled the ball, it didn't sort of slam it, force the error at an next backhand. It just nicked on him a little bit more than he thought.
Oh.
Bryn, still in it.
Jeez.
No Every point's important, but we're really getting to the crutch of this set now. Juice, 4-1 down. It forced the error. Good again. So Jim didn't hit that 100%, but it just at a pace that just catches Nick off guard. That was a hell of a volley, that one. That was so crisp. You don't see crisp volleys like that very often. So they got their advantage, chase 5. They're in this. I thought Nick Howell played wonderful tennis yesterday against the world champion in the semi-singles. So I was watching in the back of the net, and so many times you'd think it'd be, you know, juice or, you know, game to Nicky Howell, and Rob and Cam just kept stacking up the game. And you looked at the scoreboard and it was 4-love, and you wouldn't believe it. You'd think it was 2-all. That was
I have
amazing.
to confess, I had it on in the office back at work, and
you just couldn't believe the score that was coming out. You thought it would be closer than the score, but Cam just
lost the chase, fell better than 5.
Well done, boys.
That was a very tight call there. Marker always right, of course.
5-4. That was crucially at that. 2-4. And obviously debating here who
2 games to 4.
Chisholm's going to have a stint at the back rather than net, so that's tactical change.
Article.
Then force the error.
Ball up, please. 15 love. All. $30.50.
Good unforced error again. Trouble is, Tim's had a knee replacement, which is always hard to deal with.
30 all.
Okay, 30 all. 4-2. Big couple of points here. Vital 7th game, as they used to say in lawn tennis. Great shot by Bryn. Jim again, notice the pace. He didn't hit it hard. He's just sort of lobbed it over the top.
Did very well to get it through there.
So again, Rob there just put his whole weight of his body behind that. Just slams it into the dead on.
Chase nearly out worse than the last gallery.
Nearly out worse. Again, this is what you see where world champions just know when the big points are and when to go for them. Put a left hazard, but pumped it into the second gallery.
Juice Chase nearly out worse than the last.
So of course, one of the Chisholm's 53 years old, only 1 year behind Rob, and they had one of the best world championships in decades. I think it was 7-6 in the end, which Rob won. Chisholm, has the title as one of the best players to have never won the world championship. Lockie Ducar's another one.
Juice.
And that's always debatable who out of those two is the best player. Two have not won the world championship, but they're the two main contenders. Two chasers here at Juice.
I'm afraid that both Lockie and Tim at his best were before my time.
Yes, he just beautifully guides it in with a left by Nick, didn't try to cover it. Rob picks it up and pumps it into the hazards. Here they've got a point for 5-2. Who's there? Yeah, good shot by Bryn. Ripped it out.
Juice.
Yep, this vital 7th game, it's always crucial. Bryn and Chisholm need this one
Full.
if they're going to come through in this set.
Ball
Oh,
up, please,
that's
Nicky,
not
if you're
very good.
comfortable with that one. Thank you.
Very easy sitting here to say that, but
Advantage.
pressure was on. There's no pace of the ball, so he had to create it all himself, and it's very hard to do.
Full.
Again, see how
Takes
Chisholm
the
just
second gallery
controls the
advantage.
ball, puts it in the second gallery. Nick was unlucky there, probably missed the winning gallery by a couple of inches. The
It was
top score-
definitely close.
Yeah, it was
definitely
not
close.
much, just slide past. But in all top sport, the winning and losing such small margins.
Yeah, most certainly is.
There's a classic, it could be 5-2 now. But the boys at this end are still in it.
Advantage receivers chase the second gallery.
This, as you said, is a very big point.
I've got the feeling Rob Fahey might hit a quite firm shot here, folks. It's a brilliant serve. Look at that overhead control, just amazing.
Game 5 games to 2.
That gives them the game to be 5-2 up.
As you said, it was a great serve to prevent that forcer. I
Yeah.
think the server agreed with you that Rob was going to hit it hard.
Again, the judgment there, Rob, to leave that ball where it's not going in the grill. Poor perspective. Nick's just hammering it in there now, hitting as hard as he
15
can.
love.
Great control. They can let it flow a bit more and put the pace up now. They're 5-2 up. You can afford a couple of loose ones. Yeah, the errors are coming left,
30.
right, centre now.
Pressure's really coming.
I don't think Tim's pinned Nick down with the serve as much as Bryn did. I think the better combination was Chisholm to Fahey. Will be interesting to see if that's up. It's a
Chase the
lovely
door. 30
old
love.
shot into the door. 30 love up. You can afford to have a door gallery and lose a point.
Joys of hindsight, hey, on who to put to who.
Another good force by
40
Nick.
love
Lets it
chase
come
the
around to
door.
his forehand and drills it. I don't think Fahey and Howell are too worried that they won't have the choice who's to receive. Sometimes that's tactical, but when you go to 2 sets to love up and you're creaming it, I don't think you're worried who takes who.
I mean, having played both combinations and won both, I think they should be feeling pretty confident going into the third.
Yes, I don't think
Service
the
lead
opposition...
chase the door.
I wouldn't be surprised if the opposition swapped back. We'll see though, but I think they did better, or they felt more in the first set than they have in this set. The first set could have easily, a couple of crucial games
Chase
could have
the
gone their
door.
way.
That's true. That's definitely
Draw
true.
gallery.
Although then again, I mean, they had a good first start.
Well, volley
Lost the chase
unfortunately
and
loses the
set
chase
6
in
games
the
to
game.
2.
6 games to 2. That's 2 sets to love. The boys at the hazard end are deciding what to do.
Third set, love all.
2 and
Rob
2
to
so
serve.
far.
Tim to receive.
It's definitely felt closer at points.
Swap back to what they had the first set, so I'm not surprised by that at all.
Clearly a lot of wisdom in the commentary box.
Years, decades and decades of tennis.
Not up.
Not up.
15
not
love.
up. Good force again. See, not hitting it really
15 all.
hard, but just making it so that when Rob swings, it's just that little bit late, and then next thing you know, it's floating up into the rafters. So good force by Tim.
Tastes better than the last gallery.
Probably could have left that for the hazard, but these days they just ram it in the nick and comes out better than last. So they've got their goal, they've got their chase in the bank, so they can now focus on winning the points, knowing that they're going to get the serve at some point during this game. There's that great backhand by Bryn again. His
30-50.
those double-handed backhands is very strong. A lot of control.
So Colin, you've mentioned about the changes to the modern game in that driving for the nick instead of leaving for a hazard. What's your opinion on it?
Well, I'm old school. I'd always leave it for a hazard to get the serve, but you know, they hit it that hard these days. Of course, when I started, you had gut rackets, so you couldn't hit it hard. Well, luckily we were at the Boston presentation last night,
30 all.
and the Bostwicks donated a lovely old Bancroft to T&RA, but it's got gut strings in it.
Wow.
I gave it to Cam in the wheelchair. He said, "How would you like to try to force with that?" And he looked at it and said, "Don't think I would."
So we've got stats coming up on screen here. Reed Eddens all, a grill all, one winning gallery to love. It's interesting just how much more dominant Rob and Nick are on the serves. 7 chases laid each. Actually, with Tim and Bryn having a shorter chase length on average, but it's not what it all comes down to in the end.
That's the classic, just the young fella just tries to hit too hard and loses control of the ball. Okay, big game point here for the boys. Oh, he struck it when it was chase 1 and 2. Oh, good force by Rob again though. Put the pressure on for Tim to tip it. That's where he spills. See how his whole body's off the ground. He just rams it so hard.
It's not something I'd noticed before, but it is interesting. He really does.
He's not in contact with the ground. He just puts everything into it. Bang! He didn't used to do that when he was younger, but that's how he's compensated with his age. So
it's that rotation of the core there that you're seeing.
It's just rotation of everything. Hit it hard.
Well, there is that, yeah.
See again, just. Oh, Nick. Nick for Nick. Nick doesn't like Nick's go against him. Well played.
Juice.
Chisholm's. Oh, lucky neck cord.
Out of court.
Oh, when it hits out of court, they're unlucky.
I think that was an excellent call there. It's a good
Chisholm and
spot.
Sayers need this game to get off to a good start. They've had the opportunity, but it's Rob Fahey and just put the pressure on. Will he leave it for a hazard? Gone for the force, but he'll pay the penalty. No, they paid the penalty there. They're working for a hazard. Wise old men say that, but young fellas just hit him. So again, nice control backhand. Volley, didn't hit it too hard. Great control. Don't want to come out too bed and throw something. What did he call? Didn't see the chase.
I think it was giving us a stroke there in the end.
All right.
Nick did very well to cover that ball there.
And that's the first game of the third set. One love.
First game, third set.
Again, Chisholm, Sayers had their opportunity, but they've lost the game. So let's see if Bryn can pin Nick down to stop him forcing it as much. Yeah, see, instantly you've got him up on the penthouse. Oh, that's the old controlled shot, lob for the dead on.
15
Chisholm
love.
at full stretch, just couldn't get it.
Takes the second
Pops it
gallery.
in the second gallery.
15 love.
But he's taken away that force. He didn't give Nick the chance to force, which is what you got to do. You've got to stop him drilling it like he was in that last set. So he's put the pressure on by having a lot more spin on the ball. A lot harder to hit hard when the ball's spinning like that. Good serving by Bryn. Another great serve by Bryn. You know, Bryn's got the advantage. It's his home court, so he serves more burls than anyone here. So if anyone's going to be good at this serve, it's going to be Bryn, who's got ours again. Great height. That's tight on the wall.
30 all.
Okay, one chase in the bag, 30 all. Need this point. Fahey's and Chisholm, or else going to be up against it. Just getting flustered and getting onto that pass. Too hard. Falling into it. So there, Rob just backed off on the pace, get the control up.
That's a lovely
Great shot.
shot.
Oh, crowd pleaser. They go, wow.
The crowd definitely giving it the respect it deserves there.
40-30.
We've got a comment here from Julian Snow.
Oh,
Colin
Julian
Lumley
Snow.
on commentary, an unexpected Sunday evening treat. I am certainly learning a lot myself.
Well, I hope your recovery's going along well, Julian. You've managed to get rid of that second crutch after your hip replacement, 6 weeks ago? And we look forward to welcoming you back on the court and maybe even down in a boomerang in 2024 with a lot of luck. The crowd would love that if you went down for that. But keep the recovery up, and great to hear from you. Again, control just pumps it into that gallery. Very controlled. Brings it back to Juice. Weak backhand volley by the world champion there. That was very uncharacteristic. Let Bryn make this count. Need this point.
Definitely don't want to be on the wrong side of a 2-game cushion again.
Fault.
See, Nick just doesn't get the same height, so the ball is just travelling down the court. It's not looping and dying. That's the difference between Bryn's high one and Nick's. Oh, bad judgment by the world champion. Left that one, and it's a great game for the boys
And game
to
1
level it up at 1-all. They needed that.
Fault.
Beautiful volley, control, quick cut.
Tricks.
Chase 2, great shot. Again, that beautiful flowing volley. So much
15
cut and curl, very hard to combat. But Nick gets a racket onto it, gives away the point, but not a chase. Which is always your goal, to try to tip it. Because if you're going to let chase 2, you're going to lose it anyway, so best to just tip it and lose the point and keep the serve. Wow. Beautiful, strong
30.
volley by Bryn there. Double-handed, strong volley. See how he used one hand there. He does hit them occasionally one-handed, but he prefers the two. But that was a good defence by the single-handed.
Just proving us that he can do both.
Yes, 15-30, 1 chase 2.
Fault.
Chisholm and Bray say that they do a lot for this point. If they can get 40-15 up chase 2, they could take the lead in the set. Break off the wall there by Bryn. Oh, he's missed it. It's a hazard the second.
If we're yet to hear from you on YouTube, then please do write in. Both Colin and myself would still love to hear from you and where you're watching from.
What time's the Grand Prix tonight? It must be pretty soon, is it? Maybe people are watching the Grand Prix rather than typing to us.
It's a good question. I'm not sure what time it starts, but 92 viewers at the moment.
Oh well, it's doing well.
It's doing well indeed. It's your insight. It's attracting many people to listen.
First chase is worse
So this
than
big
2.
chase
Worse
2.
than 2.
Don't want enforcer for the dead on. You can bet your sweet Bippy Rob's going to hit this quite hard for the dead on. So just get ready for the force, fellas. Don't be surprised when it comes with the force.
Sit back if you're in the deadens.
Great copper.
No.
Oh yes, he carved it into that corner wall. So much
30
curl and
has
cut.
a chase, the second gallery. Has it.
Again, Bryn just didn't. Oh, she needs to aim higher on that shot to just get it over. Another good volley. A gain point to go 2-1 up. Steps inside and gets them for him. Bam! Rams it in the again.
Juice.
Great. Not really hard, but pacey, but under control. Great shot.
Jeez, a lot more than the yard worse than the last gallery. Juice.
Yep. Just puts it across into the
Chase
second gallery.
I'll make that out.
Again, control. Not too hard, but
Chases.
control.
More than the yard worse and chase the second gallery.
We watched a bit of the at the Pete Bostwick last night. They were showing a bit of the YouTube on Bostwick playing Willis. Of course, they played with gut back in those days, so you couldn't create the speed. I think the ball today travels probably 50% faster than when that footage would have taken. 35% is that due to the synthetic strings instead of the gut,
First chase
and 15% probably
is
due
more
to
than
the
yard worse than
development
last
of the
gallery.
rackets, and everyone's fitter and everything. But it was just the speed, the pace of the ball. You just couldn't hit it this hard with the old gut rackets. So again, overhit. Again, just puts it beautifully into the hazard, the first gallery to
Advantage,
win the
chase
point.
the second gallery.
So Chisholm and Say they've had their chance, but they might be looking at 2-1 down here rather than 2-1 up. Oh, yes. Great.
And that's game 2 games
Beautiful
to
volleyed
1.
return by
Third set.
Chisholm, but Nick cut it off and got a ball dead main ball tamper that went parallel. So they've gone to 2-1 down, having looked like they might go 2-1 up. Ah, there we go.
Thank
Hazard
you.
chase.
Hazard better than the second gallery.
The old days. Julian used to love hazard chases. Julian Snow.
Hazard.
Not.
15 love.
That backhand volley by Tim was
30.
just, there was hardly any racket movement. It's just so crisp. Just one of the best volleys ever. Him and Gene Scott. Gene Scott was another fantastic volleyer.
Well,
He played ex-Davis Cup. So when he came to real tennis,
fifteen 30.
Clearly heard you talking about how he needs to get it that bit higher there.
yeah, he's got a bit higher. He needs to get it peaking and dropping rather than still peaking up more than curving it. Great scrape off the wall by Rob there. And a main wall hammer. Gives them the point to go 40-15 up, 2-1 up. As a hazard.
Better than the second
Just
gap.
found that gap nicely there.
But they're going to go 3-1 here. As the saying goes, well, I won't say now, but it's not over yet. But you can hear they're warming up. The saying, I think, is not over to the fat lady sings, but we can hear her warming up.
40-15 receivers lead.
2-1 going to
Hazard
3-1.
chase, better
2
than the
sets to
second
love
gap.
up. Chisholm and Sayers need to pull something out here. Going to a railroad. Haven't seen many this match. Great defence. Oh, backhand. Oh. And another one. Fake Rob shots behind his back.
30-40.
It does do them very well.
Big point. Very big point.
Well,
Got a feeling Nick's going to put a little bit of meat into this return. Oh, that's a big point. Yep, he's gone for the big slam. It's on his forehand, he's going to hit this too. Yeah, wow. Well played, boys. Still in it.
juice.
Out of the court, advantage servers. Okay. They need this point. Level it up to 2-all.
As the
Out
door.
of the door.
Advantage.
Someone's got a bad bark of a cough there.
We've got Nick Brown messaging in. Hi Colin, Tim and I are watching in Woodstock.
Door.
Oh,
Great tennis and
Good to
excellent
see you down
commentary.
at the club yesterday, Nick. Looking so well, and that you're talking of maybe doing your 6th boomerang, which I
As at
think
the
might
door.
be in 2024, and maybe bring Tim out with you as well.
Oh,
Thanks for writing in there, Nick.
time.
Brilliant.
And that's game 2 games all.
That was a very good game. For Chisholm, they to stay in at 2-all. The dream is still alive.
Go. Nicky, I assume you touched that, Justin. Oh, sorry. Okay, thank you. More than the yard worse than the last gallery. No strokes. Phil.
Yeah, an inch away from a perfect serve there.
Good defence again, right on the wall. Turned on up.
15 love.
Be surprised if Rob and Nick have a couple of good games here. Wants to start to think that he's got his final tomorrow, so I don't want to be out here for any more sets than he needs to be. Beautiful flowing volley again.
15 all.
Like Tim, didn't hit it hard. Coming around the ball, make it spin. Great control. Unlucky, Bryn goes down there and pay the penalty. That's the winning gallery opening.
30-15.
There it is. Into the
40-15 chase. More
grill.
than a yard worse than the last gallery.
Those of you who don't know, the Boomerang Cup is an event that everyone in the real tennis world should play at least one Boomerang Cup. And they're actually doing back-to-backs this year, so they got it in January this year. And then they've decided to hold it back-to-back so that it ties in with the Ashes again. Because originally when it started, it was always when the English team came out for the Ashes. And then with COVID and 9/11 and all that, it all buggered it all up.
Talking of the Boomerang, high from... I am going to let you go for that one.
Ah, fantastic. I'm booked to come out for the Boomerang, and we're coming out on New Year's Eve. So I'm really looking forward to the Australian Open, which is intermingled with the Boomerang. So it's a great event, and everyone should do one Boomerang in their life,
Thank you very much,
if not more.
Richard Gallo.
Good old Richard, he's been through a film. He's a fantastic person. It's always great pleasure to see Richard out there. Oops. No, not up. Up played.
30-40.
Bob thought that the it would go across court for the hazards there, so he covered that, but he didn't. Direct force. Rob hits the edge of the dead on. Comes out into play. Bryn picks it up. Oh, what judgment again by Nick. Just left, just missed the ball. Yes, great shot. Again, you saw how Tim took the pace off those shots and got the control up.
Juice.
Still in it, 2-all juice. Crucial.
Advantage. Juice.
Again, that forehand volley where he just puts his whole weight behind it. Sneaks it into the corner of the dead on. Level it up again. And again, goes for it again and again. He's just does it so many times in a row. Yesterday was just relentless, and again, it just turned this game around from
Juice.
Looking up at the lights there. Might have got in his way there.
Oh, that was close. Just below the height of the lights.
Well.
But it's a pass. Oh, not a pass, it's a fault. Sorry, correction. Watch the French Open too much.
That's it.
It's an opportunity. Yes, bad play. Team to win says they got a point to go 3-2 up and win the set for the first time.
Not up.
Great control volley by Bryn, puts it away and gives them the 3-2. So they're leading in this third set. For the first time they're leading in a set.
3 games to 2.
3 games to 2 there. Let us know in the comments if you think that they have what it takes to take the set.
Heavy shot into the net.
15 love.
Good force by Nick.
15 all.
Bryn under pressure. Tim under pressure. Sorry. Is that served by Bryn? It's a bit too deep.
It's the
It's
second
just
gallery.
Rob just carves it into the
50 all.
second gallery. Pushing high again. Enough topspin on it. Oh, that's just amazing volley by Rob. Across the line of the ball. Oh,
And that
30-15.
forehand volley off the timbre has become a trademark.
from out to in, like doing a railroad, except he's volleying it off the timbre. The man's just a legend.
Better than 3. Second gallery better than 3. 30
Two
50.
chases.
So what do you think, Colin? Can you see Bryn and Tim potentially pulling back this set to making it 1-2?
No, I think Rob and Nick will just. I'd expect a real spurt from them. It'll come from
30-15
nowhere.
service.
You won't get any warning, and next thing you know,
First
it'll be,
chase is the second gallery.
out of 8 points, they'll win 6 of them, and they'll just peg it back. But I hope I'm wrong. We'd love it to see you go to a 4th set. Home crowd supporting
gallery.
Bryn would love that.
Oh.
Deep shot.
30 all. Chase better than
Couldn't
3.
get it off the wall.
Fault.
Better than 3. Play it here. Goes force but
40
low.
30.
Okay. Uncharacteristic mistake there. That
And that's
could
game.
be crucial. That's game. Level
3
at
games
3 all.
all.
Yeah. Beautiful crisp volley by Rob there. So little racket movement. Just puts the ball back. Left by Bryn. Lucky neck
As
forward.
a chase. Worse than second.
Worse
Nicky,
than
no
second.
tricks.
Here we come again, gentlemen. We're at the vital 7th game, as we always seem to be. So this could be crucial. Beautiful volley by him there. Oh,
15 love.
Nick just hit that little bit extra pace, but it still kept it under control and put Bryn under pressure. Just let it get behind him, and next thing you know, it's in the rafters. We've all done it.
Points won, standing at 103 to 77. I'm seeing here. Certainly looking more even this set.
Two
Chases. Can we get the balls, please, gentlemen? Thank you.
Out of balls.
We've got
So-
a message on the chat. Just sorry to cut you off there, Colin. Paul Kettle is loving Bryn's backhand volley off the penthouse. I certainly am as well. What do you think?
Yep, it's very good, very good.
It certainly is.
So it's great to see another court open in Washington, and for the lucky players that were there for the fantastic opening. That's the second court I've been involved with in recent decades, getting back up a new court built. So we built Chicago, rebuilt Chicago back in, I think it was 2010, and we put an extra inch on the galleries because people were just getting so, Julian Snow particularly hates people going for galleries, and we've actually gone an inch and a half higher in the galleries at Washington, but we've left the grill at the lower height, which I think is the first court we've done that at. So the grill ledge is lower, whereas the galleries are higher. So you want to encourage people for the grill, but not for the galleries. Right, vital 7th game.
Makes for a more interesting game there. Interesting.
Julian thinks so. Yeah, that high backhand volley, the hardest shot there is in the book.
15 all
Very
chases
hard.
the second gallery.
It's good. See, again, Tim just controlled. He didn't try to hit too hard, just
30-50.
blocked the volley. Amber tickler, I call that one. 30-15 up. The intensity of this rally. Even in the grill.
I definitely thought it was in myself.
It's great by Rob. Oh, one of the rallies of the match. Into the heart of the second gallery. Okay, now we're really down to 3 all. Vital 7th game, 30 all, 1 hazard. This could be crucial, this 1 point.
Hazard the second gallery. 30-15 sets.
If they can get this point, go 40-15 up. Get Rob flicks one up off the ground. Oh, unlucky there. Bit of
30 all.
Chisholm was on his right-hand side. I think Bryn was a bit worried he might take his partner out there. Okay, 30 all. Now, this is it. I think this set hinges on this point. Penthouse again, a Varnish servers. Down parallel to the back wall, leaves him no room, so
And the
it
second
chips into the
gallery,
gallery.
2 chases, 30 all.
So
A lot of pressure there from Bryn and Tim.
Rob was a bit lucky there. That came down so close to the back wall that Bryn couldn't do a lot with it. But again, just get it back over the net. Don't give him a freebie.
Absolutely. Well said.
It's funny how some courts in the world you get a lot more balls coming down parallel to the back wall. It's to do with the angle of the penthouse, which is something we looked into when we built Washington to make sure we reduce the amount of balls that come down parallel. At Paris, I remember there were a lot that coming down. I was at Bradley also 2 weeks ago, and there's so many that come down parallel to the back wall there. Okay, here we go, folks. Railroad by Rob. Great volley by Chisholm, and his forcey error out of Nick.
40-30 chase the
Chris
second
volley.
gallery.
Again, Tim didn't try to hit too hard, just nice pace, great control. Went to go 4-3 up. Puts a pace in.
It does.
Great volleys by Chisholm. They take a 4-3 lead. They were just beautiful volleys, weren't they? Just such control.
Out of court.
That's out of court.
15 love.
The idea of Tim and Bryn taking this one has definitely become a definite possibility here.
Loose force, tried to, not enough roll of the wrist, and it just goes up into the rafters.
Oh.
No mucking
second
around.
gallery.
Chisholm forehand like that, steps inside it, beautiful control into the second gallery with a bit of pace. Not over pace, but he's done that probably a million times in his life, I would think.
And last gallery. 2 chases, second
Nick under
gallery in the last gallery.
forehand corner of the dead and runs out. Rob was a little saying, "No, I'm not going to chase that down, I'll keep it a bit for tomorrow."
Understandably so.
Yeah,
Some hard work to be done.
don't think Rob wants another to go to 4 sets here. I think he'll put in a spur to close it out if he can possibly help it.
15 all, chase the second gallery.
Lost it. Well left.
Lost the chase, 30-15, chase the last gallery.
Again, Bryn using his local knowledge on that serve. Like volley by Nick. Oh, that's the
Video.
backhand. That was weak, unfortunately. Would have only been chase off if he'd left it anyway, so. Looking for that shot. Taking the second.
Has it the second, 30 all.
Another big point in this match. It'll be all.
Out of court.
And again, Rob steps
40-30.
inside, gets it in
Has
that
to chase the
forehand, just
second gallery.
creates so much pace that no matter how little, it's amazing. It just comes off your racket when you try to volley. And next thing you know, it's in the rafters all the time. All you did was touch it. You didn't even hit it. You just... Great force by Rob. So a point here to get back to 4 all.
Has it chase the second gallery. Has it.
Be surprised if a railroad comes in here. Yep, he's taping up for the railroad. Ready to sprint down the court. The rafters. And see, great court awareness
That's
that
game, 4 games all.
Bryn had come up,
third
so he
set.
knew that timbre there.
Tim nearly going for the Rob Fahey forehand volley there off the tamper, I saw.
So level it up 4-all. It's great court awareness by the Rob there. You know, he saw Bryn coming up, so he knows that main wall tamper gets in behind him, and Chisholm's got to cover the girl and the main wall tamper and just couldn't do it. 4-all. And a couple of good forces there, one after another. Just up in that pace, trying to force the error, which they got out of Nick's backhand volley. Very close to the light. Just the wrong side of the line.
Yeah, that's the right call for the marker there, but it was tight to see from the back here.
Chase, better than 5.
So Rob just can't move to pick that ball up. So when Nick's on the left-hand side, Nick picks it up, but Rob's just a little bit feeling his age on that one.
And better than the second. Better than 5 and better than the second. 15 love, serve.
Better than 5, then the second. 15 love.
Okay. 15 love servers, the first chase is better than 5.
There you go. I think you're going to have a cut and cross volley here with a lot of spin on it. So Tim's going to the net. Maybe Bryn to defend the back. Oh, he's gone down the line. Oh, what a volley. Straight down the gallery wall.
15 all chase, better than the second
Nice
gallery.
chase. Great shot by Rob. What control.
Well,
Second gallery. Just going to hit this one. He's got that curl again and forces the error.
30-15.
As predicted, the boys down the hazard end are going up a gear here. They don't want another set.
Well,
I was probably said to Nick, I'll buy you a beer if we can get out of this set.
I think that's good motivation for anyone.
Nick steps inside and forehand again. Nice controlled shot. Good volley by Tim. Just clear this net by plenty. Don't try to spin it over the net. Stay in the rally. Again, great volley by Tim. Yep.
more than the yard worse than the last gallery. 30-15.
Right, big point. 30-15 receivers. If they get this point, they can go 40-15 up with the chase. You'd have to say they're getting closer to their goal or closing the set out. Good serve.
30.
Okay. 30 all. Crunch point. Both teams. Well, probably for Chisholm and Sayer, they need this one.
Oh,
Maybe 5-4 up, not 5-4 down. Oh,
40-30
so
chase,
unlucky. It's
more
a
than the yard
bando.
worse than the last gallery.
I think Robin was one of those points where it felt like it was freezed, wasn't it? The loading down the court, hits the bando, doesn't go in.
I think even Nick hesitated for a
Yeah,
second there
I
just to
think
check
Rob
it.
and Nick had enough time to look at each other and have a chat nearly.
Take my face out of the way.
They've got
Oh,
the
definitely
advantage
hung in
for
the
the
air.
boys, so they're looking at 5-4 up here.
40-30 chase, more than a yard worse than the last gallery.
So unlucky for Bryn and Chisholm there. That was so close to going in the grill. We're looking at 5-4 down. Oops, hit it too deep again.
Oh.
It's fine. off the gallery well there. Loses a chase.
Lost the
Well
chase
left.
on the
Called by
yard
Nick
at
to
the
leave it,
second
and he
gallery.
does. And that's
And
game.
that's game 5
5 games to 4. Oh, Bryn and Chisholm needed that. I think Rob just said to Nick, if you win this game, I'll give you 2 beers. Force. Nice defense by Nick. Great shot by Rob. Slides it down. Down the winning gallery side, and it just cuts down heavily. Or again there, Chisholm so rocket movement, just blocks the volley beautifully. He's going for the 4th and hit the bando. What a rally. Oh yes, that was one of the better rallies of the match.
And the crowd definitely giving it the appreciation that it deserves there.
15-all.
Good force again by Bryn.
30-15.
Yes, nice easy winning gallery. Nice control by Nick.
30-all.
Chisholm's the second winning gallery of this set. Curl volley. That's where Rob's just so good, he just gets it back. Not much on it, just clears the net by plenty of room, but doesn't make an error. Oh, bando again. To be crucial that shot. Oh. Yeah, see again, nice control, just slides it into the second gallery.
30-all.
Big point. Big point. See, Tim knew not to go for broke there. At that stage, Nick's serves too high again. Down to a second serve at 30-all.
Chase the second
Again,
gallery.
she's enforcing the error from Nick. Swung that little bit early. They're still in it, still breathing. 40-30. Chase the second gallery. I think the crowd would love it to get a 5-all here.
I certainly would myself.
So we lost coverage. Now we're doing something.
Chase the second gallery.
40-30 up. Second gallery. Went to go to 5-all. Good serve. Great service. Oh, yes, and he's done a game in a 5-all. One game for the set. The crowd love it. Right.
5 games all.
Any predictions going into this final game of the set, Colin?
Well, I think Rob's going to hit a couple of hard balls there.
Okay.
But Chisholm's serving to him like he did in the first set, so Chisholm has been able to restrict the return of Rob.
Well,
Let's hit that one thin. Gives it a very heavy cut. It's a whole weight into the shot. Oh, that was so close to going out of court by Bryn, but it was still in the rally. Wonderful backhand volley by Nick. Nice safe volley, gives him a point.
15 love.
3 more for the set. That's too high.
Out of course.
Rob forces, puts the pace
50
up.
all.
He's controlled force. Forces the error from Bryn. Just have to be a split late on that volley, and next thing you know, it's shooting up into the rafters when someone's hitting with that pace at you. Just stays below the height of the rafters. 2 in the penthouse in a row, but they're still in the rally. Looks at, oh, isn't that just slides it into the last gallery.
Chase the last gallery.
So good at that.
15
See
all.
how slow the racket was moving early and slowly, which is something I coach all the time rather than late and fast. Just swung that bit early, controlled the ball.
Time.
Beautiful. Rob puts everything into it, greatly picked up by Chisholm. Force, Nick tries to intercept. Point for the service, 30-15. Okay, this point would give them 40-15. I think they'd pay a bit of money for this point if they could buy one. Great serve by Tim, just below the height of the rafters. Rob just gets it back into play. He misses the winning gallery by inches.
Would have been a great way to do it there.
Oh, the edge of the timbre there gives them the set point. 40-15 up last gallery.
40
Just nick the edge of the timbre. Can't cover that, can you?
It's impossible, no, absolutely.
Haven't seen many of them actually. You get many at Queens like that. You do some courts, but this court don't seem to get
I
many.
think you got a couple last match, I think I recall. But you're absolutely right, there hasn't been that many.
You know, you think of these courts, well,
40-15,
88, so it's 120
chase
years
the
old.
last
It's
gallery.
just scratch. No, yeah, 130 years old. Just fantastic, Nick. They certainly knew how to build courts in those days. Very much by Luck Hilly's court up at Middlesex. It's been built to last for 500 years. Here we go, set point for the hazard end.
Might be slightly biased, but I agree.
Curve return by Jim, scraped back by Rob, by Nick. And it's done its game, done the set.
Well, they had two
Bryn
goes
moves
at
on.
it. Had two possible goes at it, but they only needed the one.
Yeah.
For the set there.
Right, a couple of toilet breaks.
2.
So,
Quick
right
toilet
on to
break,
the
please.
Chisholm and Sayers win the set 6-5. So we'll see a bit of statistics coming up now, I'm sure, while they're having the convenience break.
And I think this is the most equal I've seen the serving points won that at, with 54-51 here. That might have just made the difference there. Set duration of 55 minutes.
Crucial thing for Chisholm and Sayers is that they're at the hazard end, so again, they can dictate who returns, because I'm sure if Howell and Fahey are at the hazard end, they'd probably swap back to what they did in the second set.
Absolutely.
But I think Chisholm
You're
and
absolutely right.
Sayers will stay. There's no doubt Chisholm's serving has penned Rob's forcing down a lot more than when it was the other way around in the second set. You can feel the temperature dropping outside. I don't know what it is outside, but it's a bit cooler in here now. Time are we here in the UK? We're now currently at 6 p.m. Temperature outside has been dropping. Yep, we're down to 7 degrees outside. So probably heading for a frost tonight because we've got a clear night. Yeah, get down to 2 degrees.
And that was Colin with the news at 6:15. Okay, I'm being told to call for people to write in the chat. We'd still love to hear from you, both of us, and yeah, let us know your predictions for the next set. Will it be 3-1 or 2-all game on? Yeah, we look forward to seeing it ourselves up in the commentary box. Colin, what are you predicting?
Well, that was amazing because, you know, Howell and Fahey had, you know, 4 dead-ons to Sayers and only 1, but that was a impressive set. Here we go. Rob to serve to Chisholm, so no change by the hazard end. I think Fahey and Howell will win this set. Probably about 6-3, I reckon. Yeah, good force by Nick again.
15 love.
Forcing the error from Bryn. The pace of the ball there just forces the error on the volley. Cross court, yeah. Again, beautiful curling volley.
15 all.
Chisholm probably one of the best on that. Actually, Wayne Davies, his volley return of serve like that was awesome. He was in New York.
30-15.
He used to play Wayne and he used to cut the ball so heavily and so much curl on that ball that it actually used to cut off the main wall. Volley return before it even got to the back wall. Some of you are probably aware that Wayne's been helping out at Newport over the last 2 months due to the sad loss of Mike Gooding. He's had a great time getting back into tennis. Oh, it's an unforced error there.
40-30.
Wayne's actually finishing at Newport at the end of the month of December and travelling around Australia, but I've managed to talk him into playing a new event down in Melbourne, which we're going to hold.
She's better than 2. 40-30.
Is we're going to have an inaugural Australian Seniors Professionals Doubles Championship.
Wow.
So we've got some elite players playing that. We've got Jonathan Howell is going to be playing in it.
Excellent.
Legend in himself, father of Nick, who we're watching. We've got Frankie Filippelli, head professional at Melbourne, who again was very high ranked. Graham Hyland, unfortunately, his knees are a little bit sore for the last 18 months, so he's declined the invitation. I'm going to make up the third player in the slot. And then Wayne Davies has kindly agreed to make it up to the 4-ball. So we've got an ex-world champion playing in the Australian Seniors Professionals Doubles Championship, which we played during the Australian Open, which we're all looking forward to.
Certainly looking forward to seeing the stream of that.
Unforced error there, shame.
Juice.
Again, heavy cut by Rob on Bryn's toes. He just couldn't get it over. Another cut, curling volley from Rob. Which dies in the corner. Better than 2. Full out force. See how he got his whole weight behind that one again. Force the error from Bryn. So gone up their advantage with better than 2. I think the first game's going to go to the number 2 seeds.
Advantage. Servers chase better than 2.
They're definitely in the right position for it.
Very rare error, but it was a tricky spinny serve, and the game goes to the number 2 seeds and they go 1 up. Nick to Bryn again. Good cross court volley.
15 love.
Right on the main wall. Rob just makes the error.
15 love.
It's literally on the wall when he made contact. If he'd let it go to the back wall, it would have died, so best to just give away the point rather than the chase. Yep,
Chase the
again,
second gallery,
great
15
control.
love.
Chisholm just rolls the ball, puts it in the gallery, gets that chase, so they're going to get the serve. Get that serve is so important. Doubles more than singles.
Better than 2.
Volley. Again, controlled by Jim.
15 love, chase the second gallery and chase better than 2.
Doesn't matter what level tennis you watch, whether it's, you know, a couple of 60 handicappers or this level. Whoever's at the server's end, in doubles, they'll usually be winning. It's very difficult to win from the hazard. And I'd say that used to be the saying in singles as well, but Rob Fahey is just so good from the hazard end these days. You know, the
15 love
amount of
service.
forcing for the
Chase
dead-ons, it's
second
just
gallery.
staggering the pace he gets and the consistency.
I think you're absolutely right there.
So again, force, you know, didn't,
15
it was
all,
a
chase
firm
better
shot,
than
not
2.
overhit, but force the error on Bryn's backhand. Again, just that split second late with the racket, and the next thing you know, it's floating up into the rafters. Better than 2, he's going to leave that one. Yep, lost the chase.
30-15.
30-15, well left.
It landed in the dead end.
Ran the dead on, did it?
It did.
Oh, God. When your luck's up, your luck, you know, when you're on a roll, you're on. Oh.
40-15.
Wow, that was a game changer. Can't see the dead on from here. Up in the top, up in the clouds with the
Just goes
the
on the
roof
screen,
beams.
and yeah, Ben just got that camera angle to show it.
Yep, shot.
30-40.
Yes. Gee, just floated past. It looked like it was going to hit the tan, but it's just gone past.
Certainly from the angle we're sat at, you would definitely put money on it hitting the timber.
Yeah, I would have bet on the tammer there. Ooh, so lob for the grill, but it's missed it. The service, can they put it away? Rob comes up with a friendly.
Advantage.
Jumped too early. He was too much in the air. Even the good cross volley, put the pressure on again.
Juice.
Made the error. That's where Rob down in his forehand corner, if you ever get the opportunity, his racket is so little movement, he opens the face up and he clears the net by 6 foot, he just gets it back, whereas, you know, someone like Bryn there tries to do a little bit too much with it, and next thing you know, you lose the point.
Not up. Advantage.
Ooh, that's a brave call by the head professional here. Fortunately, under today's rules, you don't have a referee, but in the old days, you would have appealed to the ref and you might have got away with that. But anyway, advantage servers.
That's
Oh,
game.
and that's
One game all.
that was big. That gets us back to 1-1. Nick will be talking about that for the next 4 hours.
Well, you know what they say, the marker is always right.
There we go. Oh, that was
15 love.
spinning like a top again. No, one of the famous sayings in tennis, I'll tell you when they swap ends next, remind me to tell you about one of the most famous comments in tennis than in my career. And force the error out of Nick's volley. But again, you know, should you be up in front of the timber there? There's always a debate, you know, what are you going to do from up there? You've only got half the court to see the ball coming at you. It's fizzing around, whereas if you'd been back, you would have chance. Maybe a lefty there in the forehand, but in the backhand it's tough.
That's true, and I mean, Rob reads the timbre so brilliantly. It's like he has all the time in the world. I mean,
Another groove for the
Rob
servers.
was my partner. I'm not sure I'd stand by the timbre, but also I'm not sure I'd hit any ball.
See again, great volume by Tim. See how a little racket movement there is. It's a beautiful, crisp shot of the main wall timbre and gets the Rob in the back of the leg. Points for 2-1 up here. Looking good. Oh, and the board just carves it across court.
40-15.
No, one of the famous sayings, we're down at a Boomerang Cup here one year and Jonathan Howell's marking the dead on and someone turns around and says, "Oh, I'm not up." And Jonathan turns and says, "Excuse me, sir, you do the playing, I'll do the marking." And it's a classic saying. It's so appropriate.
40-15, Chase better than 3.
Better than 3. Right. 40-15 receivers. Point to go 2-1 up here. Different serve there. Trying to upset Chisholm's return rhythm.
Lost the chase.
Ladies
30-40.
30-40.
Vote.
Yep.
Last gallery,
Hands
30-40.
across court. These two hands, he can get that angle and into the last gallery. Got a couple of people up in the top gallery here. We've got ex-world champion Penny Lumley, 13 times world champion. We've got Andrew Rivera, double world champion.
30-40, Chase the
Lumley,
last
who
gallery.
hopes to be a world champion. Tim Pullman up here as well, who's a loyal supporter of the game. Oh,
Game.
serve.
2 games to 1.
That's it. That gives him the 2-1 up. Great serve. Pin him right down.
It's important here to try and get this 2-game cushion.
Oh.
I feel the sort of game's just lost a little bit of intensity, hasn't it, at this stage? It's sort of a bit of a null in the storm.
That's absolutely right.
Nick,
15
one
up.
How much of that do you think that is Rob just looking to save energy for
yeah, Rob
later
looks
on?
pretty cool, pretty relaxed at this stage. Gee, that was spinning back into the timbre wall, but Rob plucked it off in time. Yeah, good force by Nick.
15 all.
Made the error from Bryn's volley. As you said though, the boys at this end need this game. If they get this game and get their tail up. And forcing high. Lucky bounce into the last gallery.
Chase the last gallery, 15 all.
Forced high, didn't put enough topspin on it, but luckily bounced it into the last gallery. So just a slash at the ball there. That's a non-controlled. Let's hit this as hard as we can.
Nick has definitely looked that little bit less controlled since the not up call.
Yes.
He was definitely frustrated.
No, Nick's a little prone to that, to hang on to something that's past and you can't change it. Oh, that's a great volley by
Lovely shot. From a tight angle too.
So they're on a roll here.
15 chase the last gallery.
40-15 up, last gallery. Point to go to 3-1.
40,
I'm
15.
trying to give a little
Receivers
bit of a
lead,
run
chase
there,
the
like
last gap.
Biden does when he comes onto the stage. You often see Biden do that little run. Well, Rob's just copied him there a little bit to get the juices going again.
Vote.
Yes, good
Game,
tight
3
game.
games to 1.
Yep, it's definitely Chisholm and Sayers are in this set. It's got a very sort of flat atmosphere.
$15 up. Vote.
Rob's just not getting enough height in that ball, so it's getting too much forward momentum going on the back pass and just going around for a fault. Just to get it to pitch up it. Ooh, that was lucky, that was so close to the end.
Second
And
gallery.
just chips it into the gallery.
15 left.
My prediction was 6-3 this set. If that's going to be the happen, that means the servers need to win the next 5 games. I don't think that's going to happen. You never know, but
Can't quite see it happening, but stranger things have happened.
without a court.
Thank you.
No,
Time, please.
no,
Time.
out.
Out of court.
Force too
Second.
much.
30 love
30 love 1 chase, second gallery. That's not a very good one either. No, I just can't feel that one at the moment. He's probably pretty tired, to be honest. It's pretty late here in the UK. Ooh, just
15,
shot
30.
back. I'm trying a different serve here, just to mix it up, keep Chisholm moving around. Oh, off the bando, above the winning gallery. Oh, see, that could have
30
been in
all.
the winning gallery in 40-15. Instead, it's 30 all. Big point for the receivers. Yep, they're on a roll.
40-30.
40-30, second gallery.
Chase the
It just
second
doesn't seem
gallery.
to be the intensity in the Fahey Howell partnership at the moment. They're just sort of going through the motions. There's no fire in it.
They did look head and shoulders above at points in that first set, and second set for that matter.
Chisholm looks as cool as always and wanders down. He's out for a Sunday afternoon stroll.
40-30 servers. Chase the second gallery.
Great volley by Chisholm. Game, game.
Into the hazards off the timber to win that point.
4 games to 1.
Racing away.
Very sharp angle.
Racing away. 4-1 up. Can the serve a bit deep, but Hagler. Rob's lost a little bit of momentum here. Needs to spur his partner up.
Chase.
Get in the middle.
Better than the first. 15 love.
Better than the first.
Well. And better
Control
than 2,
volley
better
by
than
Nick.
first, and better than 2. 15 love.
Well, it's hard not to be looking at looking ahead to the 5th set, should there be one.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, you got the
definitely
feeling
feels
it's going
that
to
way.
go that way, don't you?
really.
I think if it gets to a crucial point in this set, I think you'll find Fahey and will do everything to be at the hazard end at the end of the set to swap across to
Absolutely.
combination
15
for that
love.
second set.
Receivers lead, Chase better than the first gallery.
From Chisholm's and Sayer's point of view, it's always hard to balance to get the set, but also to try to get it so that the hazard end. And road from Nick, too thin, misses the penthouse. Better than the first gallery. Yep.
30 love, Chase
Just
better
errors
than 2.
coming left, right, and centre down from Fahey and Howell. They're just going through the motions. And
Oh, lost
great
the chase.
volley by Bryn. Lots of
15
spin.
30. Focus.
Uncharacteristic
40-15.
volley error. 40-15 points for 5-1. It just feels that this set's just going through the motions to get to 2 sets all.
Oh,
Another
and that's game
uncharacteristic
5 games
volley
to
error
1.
by Rob there. 5-1. Would be a brave man to put a bet on Fahey and Howell winning this set now. Or Julian will give us the odds.
4 and 5.
So 2 tactical chases. They're
And
going to
worse
throw
than
the set
3.
here. That's why they
No
left that
strokes.
chase. They're going to lose this set. They're just going to probably tap these in the net to lose the set and go into the 5th set. But they've got the option to swap over. They're not going to risk trying to go for the set. Just wave the white flag on this one, get the 2 sets all. It's often when it's a bit similar like when you're walking up a golf course on the 17th hole and you're all square in the match and you think we've just wasted 3.5 hours walking around this golf course to be all square on the 17th. Well, maybe we're going to be all square here after how long we've been playing now. I don't know how long the match has been going.
That's a great question.
It's been 2 hours, is it?
It has been 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. So
That's
2.5
true.
hours and we could be back to all square. I don't think there's going to be much returning serve here. I think you're going to see Rob's just going to lay up. There we go.
Worse than 3. 15 love.
And this is tennis for you. But, you know, it's all about the taxi. Oh, Chisholm's trying to
Oh,
try to counteract that by serving double vaults. No, it's not that.
30 love.
Oh,
Tim.
would
Sorry.
love.
Please don't turn your back.
Game, set, and the
Just in
match.
case,
This is
sorry.
going to be. So we're into 5th set,
I'm
folks.
actually weirdly going to play a let, even though it's 30 love, if that's all right.
It's playing a
Your
left.
30 love and a let.
Don't
Interesting.
bother.
And trying to force a hazard chase from the railroad there, but Rob
Yes,
playing
that's
it back
that's
the
a
other
good
way.
tactic to
And
try.
set 6 games to 1.
Here we
Worth
go.
a go.
Right, 2 sets all. 1 set to play for, folks. I'll swap over at the hazard end.
5th and final set. Who's serving, please?
That is definitely some energy saving from Rob there.
Nicky to receive. Lovell.
So Tim Chisholm to serve, and they've swapped over. Nick to receive. So will this tactic work? We'll see. That's it
Has
on the
it?
first ball.
Better than 2. Better than second, thank you, sorry. No strokes.
Could have been the second.
Thank you. And chase 1 and 2. T chases.
I don't think you'll see Rob and Nick being so lethargic. I think they're going to spur each other up here. But nothing in it. I wouldn't want to pick a winner at this stage. Chisholm's got a hell of a lot of experience in doubles. So
Has a
Rob, but
chase. Better than the
Chisholm's
second gallery.
always been a great doubles player.
Absolutely.
Volley's just, and Bryn's reliable. You know, he's not making many errors.
It's very steady.
In for an interesting couple of games here. Start of this set.
And with over 120 watching, we'd still love to know your predictions on this fifth set here.
15
my head
love.
out.
Yeah.
Good
Brave.
run by Nick, but again, force the error by Chisholm returning. Chase 1 and 2.
Let us know in the comments your predictions. Colin is out. I'm tempted to be out too.
He's gone for the floor shot. Nick's had to play it. But, yep, so it's 15 all. I think that Howell and Fahey will win it. I think Rob, being a past world champion, they always world champions just have that ability to seem to go up a level just when they need to know when the crucial points are.
$30.50. $30.
The pressure's getting very high.
Well,
Feel the pressure starting to bubble a little bit, can't you? You can feel it.
It's just that chill in the room. Although it might just be getting late.
Oh, Bando again. Nearly goes in the gallery. Great defence by Bryn. High on backhand side. Great recovery by Chisholm. Oh, right on the main wall
40,
again. Rob just scraping it, but into the net.
chase the line. 40-30.
Well, it looks like we have a prediction. Keep them coming in. I'm seeing... it's just pulling it up. There we go. Yeah, Max Truman with a 6-4 prediction to Rob and Nick. Time will tell. Keep the predictions coming in. Thanks, Max, for commenting.
So here we are. For the first time in the match, Chisholm and Sayers are leading in the match.
40-30. Service lead. Chase the
40-30.
line.
And a lot of ground to cover at this point.
Yep. Both of them will be going for those galleries if there's any loose balls on either side of the court. Deep this serve. This goes for the post.
Okay,
Into the
one
net.
left.
Deep on the post. Oh, they're ahead. Team you wouldn't have put a bet on at the end of the first set. They're leading. Final
I
set.
don't think you've put a bet on 4 sets, never mind being ahead.
It's good for the
That's
game that we've
point.
got 5-set matches. We like 5-set matches.
I'm
That on the line. I think the referees called that on the line. They're in play. There's a chase.
Has a chase half a yard. Out court.
Again, good force by Rob
15
making
up.
the error from Chisholm, who's one of the... got the pace up. That's probably what I think's been lacking a little bit. Pace. Again, right on the wall. Rob tries to get the body behind it, but it's just too tight on the wall. puts it into the net.
And better than the second gallery, 2 chases. Hazard half and better than the second, 15 all.
Stats are coming up on screen now. As you can see, the serves one is massive. That's 72% for Tim and Bryn, with 42% for Rob and Nick. Average chase length is very, very similar there. But yeah, it's the serves one that is making a big difference here.
So this set been going for 26 minutes already. Wow.
15 all.
I've been informed that previous set. There we go. But
Sorry, commentator error there. Got kicked off by the director pretty quickly, by the producer of the event.
Vote.
he'll be sacked in the morning.
Yeah, I won't get a job again. Thanks for the one commentary. Don't bother coming back again. And gets on the forehand horses and he creates the error again. Again, didn't hit too hard. Just face up, but not out of control. Got to think Rob and Nick have to raise their game here a bit there on the losing.
Out of court.
Oh,
It hit the edge and came
damn.
straight down.
Wow.
40-50.
Just hit the underside of the board. Want to go 2-love up. A bit of a tap in the hand there. Always like that. Good volley.
Game. 2 games to
Really
love.
good. A lot of spin. That's the error. 2-love up. It's looking very one side at the moment.
One fault.
I think my advice to the servers would be to change the serve. The serving isn't working. They need to mix the serve up a bit.
What do you think of the full PKs happening in the first set of the of the previous game? I thought the full PKs were pretty good.
Fault.
The edge. No, good call by the marker, Mr. Olsen there, that it hit the edge. So 1 fault.
Chase. 4 and 5. 15 low.
So that was very casual. Nick covering that. You would have thought Nick would cover that a bit better. I think there's no momentum at this end. This side's got all the momentum. Tips the top of the net. Your luck's running with you. Yep, good way more time there by Nick.
30 low.
I think the servers know they need to put their games up or they're going to be going over without a win. Good Nick, good defence, good, great snap volley there. Natural reaction.
40 love. Chase. 4 and
Nick.
5.
It looks like we've got another prediction in from Archie Watson at 6-3, Rob and Nick.
There's an opportunity here for someone to take the betting because no one's back the other side yet. So come on, get those bets in for the other side.
It's getting very interesting. I
we get
could see them doing it. I
We
definitely
have a
could.
6-5 with a
40
juice
love
5 all in the
receivers. Chase.
5th set
4
would
and
be
5.
cool.
Am I hearing a prediction from you there?
No.
I definitely wouldn't want to call it myself.
Oh, he's trouble. Oh, that was a bit great control volley by Chisholm. And it's a lob. He's gone for the lob for the grill, but missed it. Good defence following again. Chisholm's just volleying extremely well here. No errors. Yep. Actually, what I'd like is Julian Snow to send in his prediction because he's pretty good at this sort of betting sort of luck. So we'd like to hear from Julian what he reckons is going to be.
Julian, if you're listening in still, then you've been asked for. What's your prediction? And everyone else as well, please get them coming in.
There we go, 1 game to 2.
1 game to 2.
Right, we've got a
Final
match
set.
developing here. It's no clear winner.
Only time will tell.
It's weak.
15 love.
Actually, Julian doesn't do social media very much, so maybe he... Oh, it's force that's high. He's missed the winning gallery by inches again. Great defending. It's a good rally. Yep, and into the second gallery.
Chase the second gallery. 15 love.
Maybe Julian can send me his prediction on Messenger to me and I'll read out what he writes.
He has said that he's been wrong about everything else all day and will keep out.
Julian's keeping out.
Julian is keeping out of the betting. I think that might be the wisest choice, but
Oh, big thump into the net. But he loves servers. It's a heavy shot into the net. Good serve again. Great turn.
Do you chase it? Chase the second gallery and worse.
there's
than the
been
second gallery.
more in the
30
chat.
love.
There's Julian Snow's comment that we were just talking about there. I've been wrong about everything else all day. Julian is keeping out. Who else have we heard from?
For those of you who don't know Julian
Okay.
Snow, he won the Amateur Championship 19 times, and every time there's a boomerang cup down in Melbourne, and he was always the player that packed out the dead on because he'd be giving 30,
Chase the
30
second
with
gallery.
one serve and ban the timbre, and he always...
We have a bet on Tim and Bryn here.
Here we go.
Sorry to interrupt there. Never bet against Sayers in a tight one. He is very steady. I think that's a good comment there from Juice OP. Keep them coming, everyone. Loving to hear the bets coming in.
Shot.
Chase up.
Chase off.
30
Another
love,
one. That's our
chase
third
worse
chase
than
off
the
of the
second
match.
Go.
Rob's reverting to a railroad, which I think is the tactic here. I think they should be serving faster serves with more railroads to get the pace up. Let's pick that up well. Great volley by Bryn off the timbre. Oh,
Well, you're absolutely right. The
Sure.
first two sets, they definitely had more pace than they have in the last couple. It'll be interesting to see if they can restore that and as to how it will work.
let's see. Rob's changed tactics, which I think, I think the ability to change tactics when on court is an underrated thing to assess the situation and work out. Beautiful volley by Chisholm there. Oh.
Not up, actually.
Not up. Chase.
Well, they're rewarded for not
That was
taking
a great
that as
rally.
a chase.
Must have nicked somewhere.
We've got some more comments coming in now.
2-1 up. 40.
Wayne Davies, very complimentary of your
Wayne Davies. Good
commentating.
old Wayne is.
The clear winner is your commentating, Colin.
40 love. sub chase better
Well,
than 3.
Wayne, as you might know, is known in the world as Motormouth. He can talk. He's one of the best talkers there is. It's a shame we can't have him in the commentary, but maybe we'll get him on some commentary out in the Australian
Better than
Open
3.
when he's out visiting.
There you go, Wayne. A call to the microphone.
Lost the chase game.
And game.
3-1.
2-game cushion is back.
Yep, they're on a roll.
3-1.
So the change back to the other way hasn't worked at this stage. Good serve. Yeah, tight serve
15
by
love.
Chisholm. Just hit the top of the net and didn't go over. I feel this could be the crucial game. If Chisholm and Sayers get this game at 4-1, you'd think I'd see Rob and Nick come back.
Of course.
Good force by Nick.
15 all.
Nick's not going to hold back. He never has. You know, he's going to keep hitting his shots firm and hard.
$30.50.
I don't know how you feel, Jack, but I feel that the servers are probably the favourites at this stage.
I think so. I
The
don't.
momentum swung their way and they're on a roll.
I could definitely see them taking it here. Yeah, based on current form.
They had the good force by Nick forcing the error from Tim.
30 all.
Oh. Rob turns on the ball. Missed the grill again. Everywhere but in it. Great force by Nick. The intensity of this rally is picking up by the second. Oh! Volley error by
And a big
Howell gives him a
opportunity.
point to go to 4-1.
It's a huge opportunity.
Big point here now.
40-30.
Absolutely. This is a massive chance.
Floats another serve in there. Nick's going to line up. That's the boast. Pinned him down. Oh, the grill again.
An inch and a half off there. Not far at all.
Oh, has a second.
Has the
Only a
second
couple of inches
gallery.
away from a winning gallery there.
40-30.
Yep.
How's the
And
director
Ken
doing back there? He's all right. Good stuff. Director's giving us a thumb up. He's
and a
only done
point to the comment
so
here.
down about
Ken
150 hours
Fortin,
behind us.
6'3",
this week.
6'3", Tim and Bryn. Ken Fortin, thank you for your comment. I think you might well be right. I think. I mean, I'm calling it later and later on, but I think that might be about right. I agree with you on that one.
30-40.
I think 6'3".
Penny, do you want a coat?
Hazard chase, the second gallery. Hazard
It's cold
chase.
up in the galley. My wife's always a bit cold. She's coughing a little bit, so I just asked if she wanted a coat. Right, here we go. Big point.
It is definitely
Right,
freezing
come
up
down
here.
for Nick. Horses Nick. Nick's done. Oh, into the dead on. Sneaks in the corner.
And let's get
Gives them a
4
4-1
games
lead.
to 1.
Wow.
No
What a
one,
turnaround. You wouldn't have put your money on this at the end of the second set.
anyone who did would be a rich man if things continue this way.
15 love.
Rob's just not moving anywhere near as well around the court. They've changed tactics and put Nick at the back again, swap back again, so that Rob doesn't have to do the running. It's a bit loose. Chisholm will, yep. That was written on there. You
Last
could have
gallery.
put your
15 love.
house on that he was going to put that in the gallery, and sure enough, not too hard, but great control, straight in the last gallery. Right. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty of the set now. Oh yes, Nick covers the ball beautifully and rams it in the winning gallery.
15 all.
Sort of level up it. Then that's high. It's in the rafters. Comes down. Again, great forcing
30-15.
to create the error. 30-15.
Signs of frustration growing there.
I think the momentum's with the hazard end, and the 2011 champions are going well. Nick goes for another winning gallery.
Two chases,
Just misses.
30-15.
I'm being told not champions. They played 2 and withdrew.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm being told
Thought
by
you said
Dan.
they were champions 2-11 at the start. All right,
Okay, undefeated but withdrew.
scratched. I
So
thought the only one that scratched ever was James Mail with Mike Happel. There's a funny story there where Happel had a flight booked and couldn't get out of it, so they had to. Anyway,
Wow.
we're digressing. Definitely the momentum with the service, 30-15. Last gallery. Good serve again.
it's a good opportunity to make 40-15 up.
Tim plays a beautiful control shot down past the Tambo.
And that'll do it.
Gallery's banger. 40-15. Has the second gallery.
40-15.
Really doesn't look like it's going to go any other way at the moment.
Vote.
Oh, beautiful. Chisholm just slides it into the wing gallery.
Ball up, please, gentlemen. Thank you. 5 games to 1.
5 games to 1 to the servers. I think it's
Well,
all over.
I would thoroughly imagine that John and Cam were just discussing what the game plan was against the receivers, but actually it's all changing in front of them, and a whole new game plan with it, I'm sure.
Can't see Rob getting out of this. And Nick, I think. Never know, but it's not over till it's over. But it's looking pretty. Again, just pinning him down, so they have to boast that serve back under the wing gallery. Great serving by the boys.
Quote you to yourself, I think the lady is warming up.
30 love. This will be a last push from Howell and Fahey. Chisholm's changed. Serve again.
Love.
Chisholm's gone for the railroad. Forcing Nick to go high. They've swapped over to the other side of the court. Nick turns onto the forehand, goes for the main walk, hits it high again. Too much pace, not enough control. Penthouse again. Third time this rally, but they're still in it. Force the error from Chisholm on the volley. Game 2-5. There's life in the old dogs yet. Again, beautiful volley by Rob into the dead on with that curling volley. This cut. Again, enormous big force. Oh, the pace he got off that.
30 left.
I wouldn't want to be on the end of one of those.
Two in a row. That's what his trademark shot. Just force him for that dead on. Racket error by Chisholm. Nick comes up, cuts it off. Chisholm slides one down.
Lovely angle there.
Slide down the winning gallery point. Misses the winning gallery, but so much cut, Rob couldn't get it. 15-30. Good serve by Bryn. And there's that loose force again. Oh, look at that. Isn't that just... Chisholm just plays it straight down the middle. Doesn't try to hit too hard. Learn by that, you young fellas, how hard he hit that. He didn't hit it hard, he just controlled it. 30 all. Might have been high.
40-30.
Chisholm was in the air, no feet on the ground. I was taught when you volley, you got to keep on the ground, but Rob Fahey's rewritten the rule book on that.
I think with tennis it's similar rules to jazz. Once you learn them, you can break them, right? Certainly Rob seems to apply to
rules are there
that.
to be broken, but that was a very... Could be a costly unforced error there. As it intercepts.
Stroke.
Yeah, good volley by Nick.
Advantage.
The total points won at 146 to 148.
Great serve
That's great
again,
dap.
forcing Rob to boast the return.
Out of court.
Out of the court game.
And game.
Okay.
3 games
3-5.
to 5.
YouTube
Tension is
watches.
building here, folks. You can feel it in the air.
Can they make it the whole way back? Let us know in the
You're
comments
putting
if
up the
you
hazard
think they can pull it out.
In at the hazard end for virtually 3 games in a row.
Well, then your 6-5 not prediction could come into play here.
Has the second gallery.
Hazard the second gallery, no strokes.
There hasn't been a chase for virtually 3 games. So spent 2.5 games at the hazard end and they've won them both. Roll Nick. See his eyes light up. He wants to hit it harder and harder. Oh, scrapes it off the wall there. Hits it in the timbre and dies on Rob.
15 love.
15 love. 3 points away. Winning. Caught volley by Nick
15 all.
into the corner. Bryn gets the racket on, stops a short chase but loses a point. Another good volley by
30-15.
Nick's just backed off on the pace but got the spin up. That's all you need to do, and it's spinning like a top. So he's just backed off on the pace to get the accuracy up.
Fault.
Yeah, it wasn't a hard drill, it's just control the ball, lobs it over Rob's
30 all.
head.
This is a big point.
30 all.
If Tim
One
and
chase
Bryn
set.
make this and there's a hazard in play
Yeah.
after,
Big point.
they're in a very good position, but they need to win this one first.
It's a good force. Again, see
And they
how
did.
he had Tim didn't hit that very hard, he just controlled it. Didn't try to, you give
40-30,
that ball to
hazard
the young
chase,
fellas and they
second
try to hit
gallery.
the shit out of it. Sorry, not allowed to swear, apologise. They try to hit it quite firmly, whereas Chisholm just feathered the timbre, just misses the timbre. Great shot, great controlled shot to give them their match point. First match point at 40 and attacking a hazard chase.
40-30, receivers lead, hazard chase, the second gallery.
Chisholm won't go the bash, he'll keep the control of the ball, I predict.
Question is, how can you set it up for a gallery?
Oh, it's a Great volley into the
I like
river, and
that.
Danny takes the match. What a shot to finish on. Wow. Come back from 2 sets down.
And a quick
Amazing.
shout out to Ken Forson for being right. 6-3, Tim and Bryn. It was. He was correct there.
Wow. For the scores.
Not many of us called that.
2-6. 2-6.
Tim Chisholm.
3-6. 3-6.
And then 5-6, 6-5.
2-6, 2-6, 6-5, 6-1, 6-3.
So that was the score. Well done. Wow. That was a turn up.
And we've got the stats on now. So 7 deadens to 16. Unsurprising with Rob on there. Tim and Bryn hitting a lot more grills. There's total points won incredibly close. Literally a point in it there.
Was it one? 1 point.
150 to 151. 3 hours and a minute. It was a very long game, and 51% of serving points won for both teams there.
I think the thing we saw there was just how controlled Tim Chisholm's volley is. He's a great volleyer in that he takes very little swing. A bad volleyer takes a big swing. A good volleyer is more of a block shot.
Yeah,
Tim's just so good at and just reduces your errors.
absolutely.
I'm
Yeah,
sure Rob was feeling a bit tired there at his age, having played such a hard match yesterday.
understandably.
Anyway, great, well marked by Ben Ronaldson, and thank you, Ben, for fantastic coverage again. And we look
Absolutely.
forward to
I
the
think
two
you
finals.
can't be praised high enough. Singles final is tomorrow
Tonight,
night.
6 p.m, the big match. You've got the current world champion playing against Rob Fahey, MBE. And
You
I'm
need to
sure
be there
everyone's
because we
tuning in.
certainly will be.
It'll be a fantastic match. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching, everyone.
And we will welcome you tomorrow night for the big final of the singles. Thank you very much for sharing this commentary with me, Jack. You've done a great job.
No,
very
thank
much.
you. Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Thank
I
you,
feel like
Ben,
I've had an
for all the-
education.
All the work you've put into streaming this, giving people around the world so much pleasure. It really adds a lot to the game. And we look forward to welcoming some of you down at the Boomerang Cup.